Hey, my loves, it's been a while since I've posted anything, and I'm gonna just do a collective reading. And I'm gonna do something a little different. I started a series on my TikTok, which I don't go by this name. I have another name for that, and I still kind of want to be anonymous for a little longer to see where it is that I go, because I just have a lot of people who won't understand why I use tarot, which is their problem more than my problem. But anyway, I'm just, holding on. But the point is that there's a lot of people that have been struggling in this year to find someone to partner up with. And I think it's not just the frustration of 2023, but 2022. And I think through the pandemic, people have had a hard time, finding someone to date or knowing if that person is rightfully, or right for them or rightfully theirs, whatever, quote unquote, rightfully theirs. But I'm feeling collectively it seems to be an issue that a lot of people are having a hard time finding love. So I kind of want to take a couple of cards out here and see if there's any advice from spirit, from the Most High, that can help everyone collectively in the next phase of life, because April marks the beginning of the year. April Fools, roughly. Spring, everything is new, reborn and rebirth and all that stuff. Everything starts to grow again and the snow is gone, etc., etc. So for most people that follow astrology, they know that this time of year is the beginning, the true new year. So what is it that Spirit has for us collectively for the new year? So thank you, Spirit, for the insight that you're going to give us. Wow. So these things came out kind of fast. All right. So a lot of people, the Five of Pentacles, which some people view this as being out in the cold, right? Because of the imagery. We've been out in the cold. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles, kind of like, things are going to get better. We have more Pentacles here. So, and then we have a Page of Cups here. A little bit of love, just a little something, something. But it seems as though collectively it could be, in regards of finances, a lot of people have been dealing with some struggles when it comes to their pentacles. But the material world in general, like, the 3D world, a lot of people are going through the struggle in their everyday lives. And it's not just monetarily, but just in general. And I think it makes sense because of the fact that we're going through a shift right now, especially with the global economies. They want to do in the US, they want to do a Fed now. And with Fed now, that is going to replace a lot of in between and middleman when it comes to how people move money from banks and different transactions. I don't know the full details of it, but from what I gather, it's not going to be good, especially if we're not going to have access or control over our own finances as Americans. So I don't know what country you guys are watching from, but here in the US, they want to have control on every dollar that is moved between banks because they need to keep track of everything. So it seems like our material world here is being challenged. So don't worry. Everything's going to work out. Like, I was listening to a reader earlier today, and she says that, she wasn't technically reading, she was just doing a collective thing in general. And she was just saying that what's going to happen is supposed to happen. So whether we are in fear trying to prevent it or not, things are supposed to go this way or that way. It's going to happen regardless. And we have under our deck the Knight of Wands. We've got fire energy, and under that we have the Emperor, we have the Stoic, oh my god, and the Hierophant and Temperance. true pair, and we've got the Star, oh hell, and the Lovers. This, I've pulled out Justice. This has got to be the 5th time I've pulled out Justice in the last half an hour, 45 minutes or so. That energy is all over the place. So justice is being served, collective. So if you've been struggling with anything and everything, because here we have everything being touched on, you know, passion and energy. This is fire energy, the Knight of Wands, but we have justice being served, the Star. Either you're the Star, Aquarius energy, or you're someone's Star. Temperance, being patient, knowing that what it is that you want is on its way, so to speak. Then you have the Hierophant. It's coming from up above. The Most High is confirming to you guys that it's going to be okay. Although I know many readers do things differently. And again, I'm intuitive. I don't always necessarily know which planet goes to everything, which zodiac sign goes to everything, nor do I always go 100% with what traditional tarot readers. Remember, I'm intuitive, I feel energy, and I go with the story that is being revealed or unraveled, so to speak. So seeing Emperor, Empress, which we know is Aries, which is the start. We're in Aries season, which is a go-getter. They are cardinal signs, so they're the beginning of spring and the beginning of the new year, so to speak. So this is a true pair situation. The Lovers is here, so those of you that are seeking love and wanting to know if you're going to meet your equal, I will say that this year, many of you are going to find your equal, your person. We need to balance the scales of justice in the world collectively. We need to balance the scales by bringing together people that are going to be good for one another, people that are going to help shift our world, our material realm in the right direction. With Temperance, of course, because here this card can also make you think Revelation, apocalyptic, the end of the world. We have the angel pouring out the cup of water, right? We know that water represents love, but we also know that water in the biblical sense represents knowledge and understanding. So if an angel is pouring out a cup of water, they're pouring out wisdom, understanding, knowledge. And you see here below, this to me represents, in the way that I'm getting this energy and receiving this, is the earth below. So also Age of Aquarius, which is where we're at here with the Star card, also pouring out. These are very similar in that they're telling a similar story, even though they're completely two different cards, but they're representing water. We are also some can't decide if we're 100% in Aquarius energy yet, or we're still in Piscean. And Piscean is water. There's water in Aquarius. So we're seeing that there's this tug of war, this push and pull, because the end of an age and the beginning of an age, there's a lot of shit going on where things are being exposed. Things are being exposed to the collective. Water, wisdom, knowledge. You see the stars. Also understand that what time it is. That we're going to see a lot of strange things in the sky. We're going to see what they call chariots or UFOs, strange lights. I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's a lot of people stating that they've seen a lot of UFO or extraterrestrial activity in the sky. Now, I'm not sure 100% if it is a deception to keep us distracted from the political things going on, the NWO, if you know what that is. I'm not going to try to get my channel flagged or anything like that with specific things that I'm talking about, but it is very important to note that the world is changing, and so we're getting people together, even if this is a tribe, right? Like, it doesn't have to be in love only. It can also be that collectively we are connecting with the right spiritual leaders and the right community. We're having understanding, patience, justice. We're getting together. We're even sharing love, even though these are the lovers card, and where people are getting flagged because of that. But that's almost like Adam and Eve in the garden. We want to restore love in its most purest and most innocent form, if you will. And so us moving forward, we're trying to go back to the garden. And when I say the garden, not the religious garden, the purity, the integrity, the kindness, the hope and joy, that innocence that they didn't know. Adam and Eve didn't know themselves that they were naked in the garden until their eyes were open. And what does that represent? The knowledge, the understanding that came from eating, supposedly, quote unquote, an apple, the fruit, the forbidden fruit. It had to do with knowledge. The serpent represents wisdom. In many religions and backgrounds, they talk about the serpent. The serpent spoke to them, and in the scriptures there are things that say, be wise as serpents but gentle as doves. So we need to know that we're in a season where we are getting a restoration of sort, where, you know, the people that are supposed to get together will get together. We will triumph. You know, there's going to be victory, right, with those that choose to help heal the earth and help do the things that are good for humanity collectively, right? Because that's what the age of Aquarius is about. Aquarius is about everyone having, right? Not people here having everything and then these super poor being left out in the cold. This reminds me of Tiny Tim from the Scrooge story. You know, we've got a beggar outside, or, you know, Tiny Tim, please, or no, it wasn't Tiny Tim, it was from that orphan movie, please sir, can I have some more? But also Tiny Tim was with his dad, and he's like, you know, they're begging and asking Scrooge to let their father have that time off and everything. I don't remember all the details of the movie, but I remember that the kid was sickly and then he passes away because, you know, they didn't have everything that they needed. And then, you know, in the real version, Tiny Tim is okay. So we're getting healing for people that are sickly, people not getting the medical attention and the aid, right? We don't want people to continue to get sick and people to continue to die, because that's what we've seen in the last 3 years. We've seen the horsemen of death and pestilence with the pandemic and with everything else going on globally, that people are looking forward to justice. Why haven't we seen justice? Many people ask, why are we allowing these people to continue to be over all of us, right? So we have here justice and we have temperance. Be patient, right? The patience of the saints is in the book of Revelations, that because of your patience, that the Creator, the Father, the Most High, Father and Mother to all of us, is going to make things new. A place where is a Garden of Eden once again, where we can walk peacefully and be innocent and not have to worry about being killed, being homeless, going hungry, not having a place to sleep. The Queen of Pentacles providing material for all, you know, not having to labor so hard for all of this stuff, you know, moving forward. And wands, you know, we know that wands is sexual energy, but it is also fire, and fire is that cojones, that get up and go, that let's push forward. And it's a knight, so knight is moving on a horse, moving forward energy. It also makes me feel a little bit of what chariot energy is, moving forward. So My loves, I don't want to make this super long, but collectively, things are happening. We're going to see a lot of stuff in the next months to come. But I want to warn you all that not to go scared and crazy with the hype. Do not believe that aliens are coming to, destroy us or beam us up or all that. It's all an agenda to continue to distract us. Just know that temperance, that justice, and all the stuff that we're looking to have to gain, restoration is on its way. Justice for humanity, for people that are in need, that are struggling. There will be a balancing of the scales. So pick today which side you're going to go on, the right or the left, justice or injustice, light or darkness. There is no in the middle. We're not supposed to be in the middle. Let your yeses be yes and let your no's be no's. And that is it, my loves. And I know it's very difficult for many today to have such a black and white type of situation, but collectively we need to start making decisions that are solid so that we can stop all the other bullshit and craziness going on the planet. I love you all, and I hope that this has helped some of you out there. Do not let them put fear. I will not push fear, but I push hope. Hope. All the good stuff. I love you all. Be well.